Hello! Today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. So usually on my, in the past, all of my streams have either been gaming or they have been collab chats. Today we are going to do a little bit of, well, we might not get into the actual coding part just yet. So there's a lot of, I like to do some prep work before I start getting into the coding. Because the way that, okay, so I should explain what we're doing first. We are going to make a random text generator. And so if you have ever been to a site like Seventh Sanctum is probably the most popular one. Sorry, I'm talking really fast. But if you've ever been to a site like Seventh Sanctum or like the one that is really popular on Twitter is, what is it called? Shindan Maker. Shindan Maker is a form of random generator. But the type that I make are, like, it's not tied to any specific input, so you can generate as many as you want. So we will be able to make infinite vtubers. That's not true. There won't be infinite, but there will be a lot of combinations. So let me, oh, I can't do that without Let me figure out how I can do this and like still have you be able to read it, but also still be able to see the chat. Okay. Looks a little messed up, but I think I think that's okay. I can see the chat. I can't really see myself, but I can see the chat. So that's good enough. So the way that I make my random generators is, if you know anything about JavaScript, I use a function to take a oh god, I can't remember the words. Actually, let me just open one up and show you. Let me find one real quick. That will make sense when you look at it, hopefully. If anybody happens to be in here, I hope you're having a good day. This is my first time streaming on Twitch in a while because of the Amazon boycott. And before that, like directly before that happened, I've been taking a week-long break because I was not in the best of shape. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna start streaming again, and then the boycott happened. I really need to clean up my my JavaScript files. There's so many in here, and like I'll have like 10 different versions of the same generator because I saved a new file while I was like experimenting with something. Trying to find one that I can be sure actually works because they don't all work. Maybe this one. And if you're just coming in, I'm looking for an example of the way that I code my generators so I could like explain it with something that's actually up on the screen. let's see. I think this is the most recent version of my randomizer, hopefully. But, okay, so what I do with this is... Oop! Didn't mean to have my, my actual website up there, because I wasn't going to share that, but that's okay. We'll just pretend it wasn't there. So... the first thing, the thing that, like, everything else rests on is this randomizer. And what this does, this variable makes like it generates a random number, and then that number will go into, it'll like apply to a variable like this that has a bunch of different options in it, and it will randomly pick one, and then it will, the splice here at the end temporarily, like say it landed on mouse, it would temporarily delete mouse and it wouldn't be there, so that if I called on this again for as many times as I want to generate a result, and I will show you in a minute how that works, it wouldn't repeat itself. And then like the sentence formats are down here. So oh god, so this is probably really super confusing to look at. But the ultimate result is that this output takes decides like a creature type, and then it takes a format, a sentence format from here, and it will give you different features of the creature, so that not all of the results read the same. And so, let me open that up in Chrome here and show you. There you go. Hopefully it's like big enough for you to be able to see. Let me zoom in a little bit on that. Okay, so this was just me testing something. So on some of my generators, like you can choose a different like pronoun, and I'll put that in the VTuber one too when I get to it. So this one doesn't matter, but you can select different amounts of results. And so when you do that, that's why I have it splice at the end, so that you wouldn't just get like a bunch of the same one. So that is how my generators work. So the first thing that we need to do is figure out what I want the syntax of this generator to be. Switch back to brackets. Okay, so we don't need this anymore. So we're going to decide how the results should read. I would say, like, for the basic format of it, it would be something like, this VTuber is a species. Then maybe optionally they could be like, okay, so we're gonna say that this is, I'm not going to put the variable stuff in yet. We're going to say that this, though, is going to be the form variable. So, actually, it'll be easier to copy and paste if I don't do that. Okay, so we could have this sentence branch off into species. Now let's phrase that differently. What are other ways that I could phrase this, or ways that I could make it more interesting? Because I don't like it when every single generator result reads exactly the same, but it does make sense to start out with like the species that they are. So no, we can leave that there for now. So species, let's start compiling. Demon, obviously, like me. Actually, let me look at, okay, yeah, it should be a comma and it should be quotations, just to make it easier on myself later when I have to copy and paste all this into the actual code. Let's see, so for animal person, we will put, let's see. Is the font big enough on that? Can y'all actually read what I'm typing? Let me see if that's actually legible. To a degree. Can I zoom in anymore? It's been a while since I used brackets, so I don't remember how to do things. Ah, you can increase the font size. Control++. Okay, there you go. Demon, angel, human, animal person, and then we'll make animal down below. What else could they be? And if y'all have any suggestions, feel free to shout those out. This is really just like the brainstorming period, so just trying to think of all the species that a VTuber could be. I guess God, generally speaking. I don't want to get too specific with, like, our deity. But most people aren't just a deity, they are a something deity. I'll leave it for now, but I might come back and make like a thing for that. Or maybe I'll put that in a different category so they can be a deity and some other kind of species. Hi CCT, thanks for coming. I am just brainstorming right now. I'm gonna make a random generator. Have I ever shown you my magical girl generators before? So I've made a magical girl name generator and an attack generator, and I'm very proud of them. The only reason that I'm not showing them on stream right now is because, like, they're kind of attached to my personal identity, so... But I will show you in private if you're interested in that. Ah, I will have to show you that later. I absolutely do not have a brain. That's right. Maybe I'm just storming. I can see now I'm probably not gonna have enough steam to do this for 2 or 3 hours. I guess I could get into the actual coding part, but I will probably switch to Sims a little bit later. I'm gonna start listing animals while I try to think of other species. Cat, dog, bunny, bear, lizard. I can put magical... Actually, maybe I should put the magical creatures in another category. I'll have to think about that. I'll save them for the end. Oh, how is the volume levels on the music versus my voice? I switched stuff around while I was singing karaoke, and now I'm not sure where they were supposed to be, so... Oh, that's cool. Thanks for letting me know. Red panda. I don't know why I can't... Well, obviously I can't think of things because I'm trying to stream and think at the same time, but... Bird. Yes, that is an animal. That is a type of animal. They've been yelling at 4 AM lately. Squirrel. Chipmunk. Why not? Guinea pig. Hamster. I need to add things other than small mammals. What else? I'm like going through the people that I follow, like what are they? You know, I sat here for like 5 minutes trying to think of animals. I didn't even put the animal that I am. Aw, I'm sorry to hear that. Not a good season. I think the only thing that I really want to watch right now is Other Side Picnic. I'm not even sure what else there is at the moment. Let me kind of organize this a little bit better. I could do different species of bird. Oh, there's been a Horimiya discourse? I haven't heard of that yet. What's up with that? Goat, yes, goat. Goat is an— oh, horse. Yes. Oh, pig, obviously pig. My bro Julep, I can't leave Julep out. Yeah, I will do some different. I might leave, like, I don't know. I'll have pony separate from horse. Because they're kind of different things, slightly. So if I was gonna put raptor as like a general bird of prey thing, but that will just be dinosaur. People will think of dinosaurs. which should go in here, but I'm trying to think of birds. Oh, I see. That is unfortunate. Yeah. I will be, because I was vaguely interested in that. I will just kind of be prepared for that if I do wind up watching it. Oh, yeah, that is kind of yikes. Kind of yikes. I think that is a reasonable amount of animals to start with. It will obviously need more than that, but we can leave that there for now so we can kind of get on to other stuff. What other things can VTubers be? I have to decide what to do about magical creatures. Oh, I didn't put... I'm gonna go ahead and fix that now so I don't have to fix it later. Yeah, so like the thing there is, if she were a real teen girl, like, that would be fair, but this show is not being written by ignorant teen girls, is the thing, you know? People are allowed to be disappointed by that. Oh, it's from 15 years ago? I didn't realize it was that old. I had been meaning to read it for a while, but wow. I didn't realize it was 15 years old. Wow, okay. Yeah, I didn't realize that it was that old. I thought it was newer. Because I have been intending to read the manga for a little bit, but not for that long. Yeah, like, that's fair, but also, like, they are making the anime right now, so, like, I can see the other side of that, too. Yeah. Like, I'm not surprised, and I wouldn't be surprised if if the manga was made yesterday, either. But I can understand it being pretty disappointing. Just more microaggressions. Yeah, that's pretty annoying, too. Like, that was the thing they felt necessary to leave in. Oh, I should put... Maybe I should break the, like... Because if I do it this way, animal person is only going to come up one time in any result. because of the way that I splice it. So unless I specifically call it twice. I don't know. See, this is the problem that I run into when I'm constructing these, is how much do I want to break it down and how much do I want to, like... Because you can nest stuff, like, so this is already going to be one level of nesting, so it's going to call species, and then if species lands on animal person, it will call animal breakdown. I would sing breakdown, but I don't, from DDR, but I don't remember the lyrics other than breakdown, da 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 da. Yeah, I don't remember the words. But now the tune is stuck in my head. Yeah, from what you showed me, that one looked kind of interesting. I'm just trying to think, because it would be nice to be able to have results that come up as hybrids of multiple animals. So maybe what I should do is, rather than doing it this way, I could do it like... Oh, so the other thing, I didn't show this too much when I was going over my example code before. So at the very end, I have to sit and regex out every single thing where, like, if it says a, like, so if it came up a angel, there's no way for me to fix that other than just adding every single vowel in as a regex. So that's the boring final step, but don't worry about it for now. It'll be fixed later. Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen a lot of modern anime with trans characters, so it would be nice to see, like, kind of what's going on now. Yeah, this is how I'm gonna do it. This will kind of slant the results slightly toward hybrids, but that's okay. Actually, I should do it like... Maybe I should go ahead and save this as a JavaScript file so that it'll, like... show me the different parts, because brackets is pretty cool. It'll show you the formatting and make it easier to read. Yeah, I wanna watch Mermaid Melody. I've never seen that one before. I really can't keep up with the precures, so probably if I watch a precure, I will probably start with, well, I watched a little bit of Maho Girls precure, or Majoko precure, I think it's called both, or Witch precure, whatever. I watched a little bit of that one, and I liked it because I like witches. And then I want to finish the original too. Someday. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and save this as actual JavaScript. Hello, Maxie, welcome. Pretty good so far. How are you today? What is a JavaScript file called? I don't remember. Gotta look that up. I think it's just .js. There we go, now it understands what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, it's gonna also tell me what's wrong. Yes, I know. We actually went. Ooh, nice. Now I want some ice cream. I got ice cream sandwiches and I'm just eating all of them because I love ice cream sandwiches. I gotta pace myself a little bit, but I haven't had one today, so I will do that after stream. Post-stream reward. Favorite ice cream flavor? That's a tough one. I like cookies and cream a lot. Yeah, maybe cookies and cream. I'm not sure though. There's a lot of I like ice cream that's kind of like base flavor vanilla and then mixed with other things like chocolate or cookie dough or anything like that. What about y'all? What kind of ice cream do you like? Oh yeah, Turtle Tracks is really good. Well, I should put some kind of food person in here because a lot of VTubers are food themed. To figure out how I want to do that. I wasn't gonna, like, actually write it out properly yet, but I will just to make it easier on myself later. Gotta remember to put the spaces in there or it will mess up. So this is eventually going to be going into JavaScript, so that is the way that I'm formatting it. Oh, it is Pi Day tomorrow. Well, wait. Today, yeah, today is Pi Day. I misread today as tomorrow, and I was like, oh yeah, wait, no, today. It's Pi Day. Oh, that is a reference to a thing that probably none of you know what it is. It came up in a conversation the other day, though. It's the, oh, what are they called? Some really old Flash videos. More types of fantasy creatures. Oh, elf, duh. I'll put that up there with human. Valkyrie might be kind of too specific. Oh, vampire and... I don't know, like, were animal and animal person might kind of be a little too similar, but I feel like it's distinct enough that I should probably have it in there separately, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave it. Sloth. Adding animals as I think of them. What other kind of fantasy species are there? Merfolk? Cat girls would be animal person. I'm gonna leave it ungendered because I'm gonna make it so you can change the pronouns, so if I can make everything neutral, that would be the easiest. Otherwise, I'll have to, like, kind of, like, make two of everything, so... Or regex it, but, you know. Yeah, we're usually, like, transform, so it is a distinct thing. It's just that you could wind up with, like, someone who is a hybrid of a like, say, a werecat and, like, a wolf person, which would be kind of funny, but oh well, that's fine. Merfolk is also kind of a fish person, but it's fine. I'm considering whether I should break animal down into, like, mammal, bird, fish, and all that, but I think I'm not going to. Can't forget the commas or it will mess me up later. What other kinds of fish are there? We'll put crabs in there, because I like crabs. So as far as daylight saving times goes, I am EST, as is CCT. And a bunch of my friends were talking about how much daylight savings time messed them up. I was awake when the time changed, and I didn't even notice because, like, I noticed that it was suddenly 3 a.m. But that's like, it's normal for me to just lose an hour, so I didn't even like. I was like, oh, it's 3 a.m. and nothing. Ooh, anglerfish, anglerfish. I love anglerfish. Yeah, some deep water fish. I could just put that in general. Maybe. Or maybe I'll think of some other kinds later. Obviously we need squid and we need octopus. Time skip. Yeah, though it was so funny to me though, because I really, like, I noticed it was 3 a.m. and I was just like, oh, okay. Because I joke a lot on Twitter about, like, not understanding human time, but I really don't. Like, oh, that's chair noises, sorry. I really don't understand though. The part of my brain that processes time appears to be broken. Like, apparently I've been streaming for like 45 minutes, and it feels to me like it's been about 10, so... Eel. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad your time is a little bit closer now. It's rough trying to get with friends across time zones. I'm discovering that a lot as I VTube, because the VTube community is very international, and that's super cool. But like, I'll be collabing with somebody who's like one person's in Hawaii, and then somebody else is in Australia, and then somebody else might be in the Philippines, or and we have to work all that out. Because, like, only a few of the people that I collab with are in the same time zone as me. But yeah, I'm glad your times have moved closer together. I'm sure I'll think of more animals later. So many animals. I can put siren in there. Oh, harpy. Gotta have harpies. Delahan. What else? Surprisingly not. I mean, I do know a lot of American VTubers, but actually I would say probably most of the people that I am, like, friendly with are not. And, like, several of the ones that are, like, I was already friends with before I started VTubing, so... What else? I'm gonna do fawn. Fawn's a cuter word. That's probably enough of those for now. I should think more about what the format is going to be like. So this VTuber is species, actually. So I don't have to keep typing that over and over again. There we go. A lot of coding is figuring out what you don't have to repeat over and over again, and you can just make it do it automatically. But I'm not good at functions. Functions are really hard for me to write, so some amount of repetition is necessary for me. So we got species. I'm trying to think of how I should incorporate like character themes. Like, so for example, I'm a sheep demon, but my character theme is dreams and nightmares. I think I will do this as 2 different formats. It's honestly been a while for me too. There are a bunch of generators that I have planned to make that I haven't actually, and I wanted to, so like whenever I stop coding JavaScript, I immediately forget all of it, so I'm gonna have to like relearn as I go. So I figured I would stream a little bit as I do that. The other nice thing about brackets is you can do this, and it will, well, things aren't really like to the point where beautifying would do much yet, but I'm really bad at keeping my formatting consistent, like tabs and spaces and all that, so I just make it do it for me. Obviously, dreams is an important one. What else should go in here as opposed to somewhere else? I'll put nightmares separately. And actually, I'll make this 2 different ones. It also automatically formats, but that honestly messes me up more than it doesn't, so there we go. Oh, my music just freaked out. I don't know what that was. I think my computer resource usage might have spiked or something. That's cool, Maxie. Yeah, I have seen only a few humans, so you would be actually a rarity among the ranks of VTubers. So that might make you stand out a little bit more if you're a human. It's kind of the opposite, because everybody wants to be like something magical or like an animal person or something, so there aren't many humans. Oh, there are definitely plenty of magical girl VTubers. Actually, that does bring up the question of whether I should put magical girls as a species or as a theme. I feel like in the way that like people tend to describe themselves, so like you would you would say I'm a demon VTuber, you would say I'm a magical girl VTuber, so Also, magical girl is a very gendered term, so I have to think about how I want to do that. Cause just like, maybe I should put like a profession or a class. And I could put that as another format. Actually, I'm gonna change that to type. Yeah, magical fighter is, yeah, that's what I'll usually say, is magical fighter or magical warrior or something. But like, not all magical girls are fighters, and then also, like the term magical fighter is a lot more generic, and if I say it, I don't know if people will understand that I'm talking about magical girls, you know, if I say it on its own. That is a unique challenge. I could make it so that, because I've done this before, I could filter the result before it shows it, so that if you've selected like she, her for the pronoun, it'll be girl, and like he, him for the pronoun, it'll be boy. The problem is, not every person who uses she, her is a girl, and not every person who uses he, him is a boy. So... No, some people do use the term magical boy for themselves, so... I'll think about... I'll leave that one for later and get the easy stuff done first. But let's see, I'm gonna do a profession. Or class. Let's call it class because that's shorter. Oh no, I can't call it class because class is a thing. A thing in JavaScript, so... Yeah, I'll call it prof. Lots of idols. Oop. Sorry, I don't know what that noise was. It was my headphone cord doing something. Magiself. That's interesting, but I've never heard that. So, like, that's the problem. Like, I have never heard that in my life, so... And I am a huge magical girl fan, so if I say that, I don't think people will know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm gonna think about that later. It's not the most important thing right now. I'll do warrior instead of fighter. I feel like musician is a different vibe from bard, so I'm gonna put that in separately. And also idol is kind of its own thing. Yeah, that is interesting, and it's a cool idea. I just, like, I want to make sure that everything I put in here makes sense to people. What other kind of professions do people tend to use as their theme? Barista is one for sure. Barkeep. Or maybe I should say bartender. should put healer in too. I'm trying to kind of format this so that it's easier for me to find things if I need to fix them. Office worker, that is probably one I should put in there. I have seen at least a few like business people type. Merchant. Merchant is a good one. Thank you, CCT. I'll put that in there as merchant. Librarian is a big one. I've seen quite a few librarians. What else? So for this especially, though, because it's a bit more mundane, I'm trying to think of ones that I've actually seen people use and actually like things that they would want to be. That's enough for now. Oh, teacher's a good one. I've definitely seen teacher VTubers. Hello, RemPower, welcome. Yeah, student. Yeah, I could put student. Because I definitely have seen. So I am making a random VTuber persona generator. And right now I'm trying to break down how I want the sentences to be phrased. So right now we're trying to think of professions and stuff. Yes, rem power is rem to the power of 1, and I, being rem inverse, am the inverse of rem power to the inverse of -1. It's all coincidental, but that was really funny to me. But yeah, we're trying to come up with different types of things that a VTuber can be. What kind of themes do people have? I guess I can put magic in here. Yeah, we just happened to meet in somebody's stream. Who was it? Was it B, maybe? I feel like I seem to remember it being B's stream that we met in, but I could be wrong. The attraction of opposites. Peculiar little rabbit. Maybe I am remembering wrong then. Rem quadratic. Oh, priest. Yeah, I've definitely seen priests. Yeah, I don't know. But B is peculiar little rabbit. Yeah, I have a really bad memory. I just know that, like, I hopped into somebody's stream and you were there. Maid, yes, maid and butler, obviously, yes. Thank you, Maxie. Those are very important. Maid and butler aren't super neutral, but I feel like that's okay. They're kind of too specific. That's the thing. Yeah, who knows? Somewhere, by chance. I don't really know what I'm doing with themes yet. I'll come back to that later. Figure out where to put this in here. Oh yeah, Mecha Pilot. I've definitely seen, and mechs also on that. Like robot should also be. There are a lot of robot VTubers now. That's not really a profession though. I'll put that in creature. Oh, Frankenstein's monster. That's gotta be in here. I love those. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of them now. I've seen at least 4 or 5. Where to put this? Yeah, undead is a good general. I'll put that, but, oh, I don't have night yet. Thank you. Yeah, if y'all think of anything that I haven't covered, just shout it out. I can always, like, add more later, but the more I can think of now, the better. Oh yeah, Necromancer. I've definitely seen a lot of Necromancers. Like, that's kind of mage, but it's a specific enough thing, so... What was I? There was something that I was going to change. Oh, I think I was gonna take that out of there. Well, if I could, I would. My dream job is to get paid to sleep for a living. But in lieu of that, maybe librarian, because that's what I am in real life. Well, I'm not really a librarian. I've been a library assistant, and now I just work in the library, but I'm an office worker. So now we have species. Actually, I might add that in as its own. Sleeping dragon, yes. Sleeping sheep demon. Yeah, angels are here already. They were one of the first few that I thought of, because if I look at myself, I have a demon wing and I have an angel wing. So I was like, yes, those. Put profession there. And we'll just put profession by itself. Wait, no, that'll work. Come out. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, mad scientist, or at least just scientist, should also be in there. I hope it's not too disorienting when I scroll up and down. I'm not sure how that looks on stream. I'll try to do it a little more slowly. I'm just trying to think if this syntax is gonna work, because a lot of it too is when I get to the stage of testing the generator, I have to see where the grammar is broken once everything is put together. So this vtuber is and they could be creature, animal, or a hybrid of thing and thing. They could be a profession. Or a profession who's also a creature, or a profession who's also a hybrid of a blank and a blank. Okay, I think that should all work. Oh yeah, hero is a good one. Dark Lord. That should be in there. I feel like even if there aren't, I feel like there could be, so... Thief, yeah, Thief's a good one. I definitely gotta get all the JRPG classes in there because those are pretty popular. But I feel like there could be superheroes, so I will put them in there anyway. I'll put kind of the slightly more modern or futuristic stuff down here. Brawler, yeah, I can do that. But I do, like, I gotta try to make sure there's not too much overlap, so if you got, like, a brawler knight, it would still be interesting. I think that one's good, though. There was something, oh, like, royalty. I don't know if I should put royalty in here or make it a separate thing. I'll have to think about that one, so I'll leave it alone for right now. Monster breeder, interesting. I think that I will leave that one out for the moment, but I'll think about it, because I haven't really seen that as a character theme that much. But I am a monster tamer. In my heart. So that's a good basic framework for like the character type. So next, I feel like I should move on to either physical attributes or like lore stuff, like their origin, like from another world, or you know, things like that. Yeah, I think cultist could be its own thing. It's okay if there's like a little bit of overlap, because as like I try to make sure that there is a whole lot of different stuff in there. And this is a pretty good amount of things, so. So I think that's a good start on the species and the professions, because I don't have to get all of those done right now. I can always add them later. I should think about how I want the rest of the entry to read. So I could either do like the physical attributes here, or I could do like their origin or their theme. And I think what I'm going to do here is, I've done this before, is that I'm going to make a variable that is how should I phrase that? Like different characteristics that they could have. So they're not always the same ones. What should I call this? Characteristic is kind of long. Trait. Trait's a good one. And what I can do is that I can like generate it like 3 different times, 3 or 4 times. But what should the traits be? I can also do like... Actually, let me kind of put it in the order that it's going to be used. Yeah, that's a good, like a personality trait. Yeah. But that, like, is that something, because so the way that I'm gonna use this trait variable is it's gonna be separate sentences. So it's a question of whether I want the personality to only come up in some of the results or whether it should come up in all of the results. Yeah, I feel like that's a good one for, because not everybody has like a specific mood or vibe, but some people definitely do, so yeah, that's a good one. I'll make that mood. So it would be like for a trait, it's going to be like a sentence on its own. And I'm going to have it generate like probably between 3 and 5 of these. So like it would read like, this VTuber is an angel. They have a cheerful personality. They do this or that. Actually, thinking about it, I need to make that a variable also. Put that down at the bottom. Oh, I'm gonna have to... Let me go and, like, look at how I did the pronoun variables in something else, so that I know how I need to write this to make it work. I'll be right back. Well, I'll be here, but I'm just not looking at chat for a second. Actually, let me just go ahead and grab all of the stuff that I'm gonna need for later. Okay, I have it now. So this is how I do, this is what the actual randomizer is gonna look like. So I'm gonna put in one with two also, probably. Two different personality traits. But then again, the problem there is if I do that and I have them like contradict each other, that could be weird. So maybe, I could have it change it if it turns out weird, but so, and this will check a selection form on the page. So like I'll put one in for pronouns, and then it will, this function will wait, there's more of this function that I didn't copy. I need more of that. But that's gonna be the whole, that's the whole thing. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that right now, because that's gonna need a lot of specific phrasing. Yeah, see, that's kind of what I'm working on in the scratch work here, so put this as yeah, let me, that's not a bad idea. So it would be like, let's say this vtuber is a healer who's also a hybrid of a demon and a hamster person. They have a cheerful personality. And that's what we got so far. The type of thing that would come out of this generator. Oh, but the reason, okay, so the way that I wrote this was that I just picked a pronoun so that I could write that in there, but it will change it to the correct one based on what people select. So that's what I had to go see, is how I need to be writing this. And then that's another thing that's going to have to be, the only way that you can do it is just regex, where it comes out as like they has. You just gotta regex that out. It has to all be done individually, unfortunately. So this is not like definitely what it's gonna look like, but this is, here, let me show you what the regex is basically gonna be. So this is because there's a bunch of verbs in the one that it came from. So like anything that's plural, anything that starts with a vowel or like should be different is gonna, I'm gonna have to just regex it. That's all I can do. And then I'm gonna have to generate a million results and make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. Okay. Yeah, half hamster first and half demon would be pretty sweet. Hammy demon. Actually, I think there is a demon hamster in that Hamtaro Love game. Tori Taiga's been streaming it, and I always miss it, but I really want to watch her play it. Yes, who could also be a mecha pilot? Who's to say that she's not? Okay, so other kinds of traits. Let's see. Maybe a mech that is just a giant hamster. Giant hamster mech. I've never seen a hamster mech before, I don't think. I've seen a jerboa mech that somebody made, which was really cool. I love jerboas, but... It's been pretty good. I have mostly been sleeping, to be honest with you. I've done a lot of sleeping this weekend. How are y'all's weekends going? Oh, I got vaccinated, my first COVID vaccination on Friday, though. So that's a big relief, because I have some, like, pre-existing conditions. And I also, so I'm temporarily working in a very, very public place. So unfortunately, like half of the week I'm in an extremely public location. So, yeah, it was, so what happened was my mom texted me on, Wednesday or Thursday, and she was like, there was another county where they had extra vaccinations and all you had to be was like in the same state. So I called and I was like, hey, is this true? And they were like, yeah. And then they put me down. This place is like 2 hours away from me. But then my roommate called and they told him that it had to be within the same county. And my aunt called and they told her that also. But then my friend called and they told her that, yeah, you could do it. So I think it just depended on who picked up, but I managed to get in. A lot of that, so that's like based on state. States have their own requirements. So like the thing that was really messed up, is in our state, brain cancer is not on the list. Brain cancer is not on the list of things that would allow you to get a COVID vaccination. I have a friend with brain cancer, so he could not get that vaccine. So I told him, and they actually, like, he was able to get in, which was really, really lucky, because at the same time, my roommate was told no. So luckily he did get his, but like we were like, seriously? That's not on the list. I have, like, borderline asthma. I don't think that they are doing it just for asthma yet in my state, so... Anyway, I got my first dose, and I didn't have bad side effects, so I got the Pfizer one. So that was the highlight of my weekend. My friends picked me up on their way from, because they live even further away. Honestly, I didn't even feel it when it went in. Now, for the next few minutes after it came out, it kind of hurt pretty bad. After it was out for some reason. But, like, after, like, it was just a few minutes and there was no pain. The needle itself, no pain. I didn't even realize that she was done. I think you'll be okay. Like, it really didn't hurt. It might hurt a little bit after, but as far as everybody that I've talked to, that, like, so my 2 friends and my mom also got it, and yeah, they didn't have any other side effects other than a little bit of soreness when it's touched. Yeah, so it depends, it just depends on the person, and also there are a few different types of vaccination. So everybody that I know got the Pfizer, and everybody that I know did not have serious pain. But I know some people that got the Moderna, and they had some pain. So it just really depends. I don't look at it. I'm not scared of needles, but I do prefer not to look. Let's see, what are other places? The past, the future. Oh, I misspelled origin. That would cause a problem if I didn't catch that. That's unfortunate. Yeah, so for me, it does help to not be looking at it, to just, like, not... Because the more that I look, and the more the anticipation builds up, the worse that I feel, so I just let them do it without me looking. What other interesting things? Yeah. So I moved out of my parents' house for the first time in not last November, but the November before that. And so I was, like, really excited, like, oh, because I used to live, like, outside of a city and there was no public transportation. So I was really excited, like, I can walk everywhere, that, like, to a bunch of restaurants, and I can use public transportation and go places. And then a few months later, COVID happened. Oh, that's cool. You make music, Maxie? That is very cool. I would kind of like to learn, but I've never tried it before. That could be a fun thing to mess around with on stream someday, maybe some music. But I really don't know anything, so it probably wouldn't be that interesting. The last movie that I saw was Cats 2019. I still have the ticket stub for that. It's in my jacket, and I pull it out sometimes, like, what is this? Oh, Cats 2019 ticket stub. That was one of the very last things that I got to do, was see Cats 2019. With my roommates. I'm pretty sure that we did, but I didn't notice any of the weird stuff. Because we saw it in December. Like, pretty soon after it came out. But it was just moving so fast, I didn't notice. Well, thank you, Restream, for letting me know. Yep, Cats 2019. Yep. So, something about me. I am a huge fan of Cats the Musical. I I really like Cats. I don't know why. I was introduced to it when I was a very young child. Uh, and I watched it 500 times. So I love Cats, and like I was like, I have to see this, even though it's gonna be the worst possible thing. But like also it was kind of fun just for how terrible it was. I am not a fan. No, so I am not a fan of Cats 2019. I am a fan of Cats the Musical. Cats 2019 was a horrible travesty. Although I will say that I enjoyed it, but not for the reasons that I was supposed to. Not for the reasons they wanted me to enjoy it. Oh, that's cool, Maxie, that your sister can help you. What are some other things? But yeah, so I love Cats the Musical, and I know all the songs pretty much. My favorite is McCavity, which, oh my god. So I, I love Cats the Musical so much that I have a favorite cat from the musical. And that favorite cat is Bomb Ballerina. Now, they picked Taylor Swift to play Bomb Ballerina in the movie. I hate Taylor Swift. I do not like her. So I was like, no. No. And it was really bad. It was not good. It was not a good McCavity. I do like Idris Elba, but like, that was not a good Idris Elba performance either, so. I honestly don't know CCT. It seems like whoever adapts musicals for Hollywood is just out to destroy them. It really feels that way. Honestly, yeah, I think it's 1998 is the... They released it on VHS, like a recorded version of the musical. I'm pretty sure it's Cats 1998. It's a good time. I mean, it is just people in cat costumes, singing nonsense, but like insofar as that goes, it's a pretty good show. And now I'm gonna have the song stuck in my head all day. Or at least what remains of the day. It's like 11 p.m. here right now. Oh god, Death Note the musical. So, like, I have not seen very many anime adaptation musicals. The only ones that I've seen, because I like them, are the Sailor Moon ones. Those are all pretty good, but most of the other ones I've tried to watch were not good. Not good at all. I haven't seen the Death Note one, though. There is, musical adaptations are really popular in Japan. So there's a lot of anime musicals in Japan. And video games, too. Yeah, there's a Bleach one, there's Inuyasha musicals, there's Black Butler musicals, there's, I know Takarazuka, I'm pretty sure they did Princess Knight at some point. There's Utena musicals, Was Digimon a musical, or was it just a stage play? I didn't know that there was a Gundam stage play. That sounds pretty interesting. It was just a stage play. Okay. So with the Utena ones, I think the Utena ones are musicals, but they could also be stage plays. But the thing about the Utena ones that was really impressive is that like the characters look exactly like they should. Like that, the real actors, they look so much like the characters just came to life. It's really cool. Yeah, I saw the puppets. That was pretty cool. Definitely a better way to go than Sailor Moon, how Sailor Moon did Luna and Artemis. Luna and Artemis are very special in the musicals. They went the cat's route for Luna and Artemis. I'm trying to think of like what other like interesting tidbits that you would like. So I'm basically going for like the things that you would do to describe yourself. So I'm gonna put like a content thing into maybe like the types of stuff that you do, but I don't know if I've heard that one. I've not seen all of them. I mostly listen to the songs. Yeah, I have seen some of it, but I haven't seen it all the way through. What else should I put in this generator? Trying to think of like interesting lore bits that people tend to throw into their character. Until I think of that, I could work on putting more like personality descriptors in. Let's see. I could also do like character types. Yeah, I have origin already. Yeah. And here I'm trying to think of how I would describe like the VTubers that I follow, that I like, because I feel like a lot of them do have very distinct personalities. Creepy. I like creepy VTubers. Like my favorite thing in a VTuber, as far as like the really like popular big ones go, is ones that have like a subtly creepy part of their personality. So Korone and Kanae, pretty much. Those are my favorites as far as big ones go. I like Roberto a lot too. I guess friendly or outgoing is a good one. Excitable, laid back. personality things that people can be. Emotional, maybe. Sleepy, yes. I might put that in something else. If I don't, I'll put it here, but... I'll put it here for now, and then, like, I might separate some of these out into something else later, but for now, that can go there. Competitive. Yeah, so I'm also thinking if I should put, like, tsundere and stuff, like, that kind of character type, in its own thing, because I could do, like, tsundere, yandere, toxic, ugh. I mean, people certainly can be toxic, but I don't think there's a lot of people who aim to be toxic as their brand. I would hope not. I hope people aren't out there trying to be toxic, although I'm sure there are some. That just has toxic stuck in my head now. I love Britney Spears. Unapologetically. And Toxic is maybe my favorite Britney Spears song. However, I am not going to sing it right now because my throat's a bit funky and I cannot hit that note at the moment, so... Encouraging. That's a good one. Later, actually, I will probably stop in about 15 minutes or so, because it's after 11 here. And I've only been up since like 5 or 6 p.m., so I should probably do some laundry before I go to bed. That would be good. I keep forgetting. But thank you for hanging out, CCT. I will talk to you later. Yes, it was fun having you here. Have a good next week as well, and a good night. Welcome. That's enough for this blip right this moment. Past the future. I'm gonna say our world. Some people are from Earth. Occasionally. I think there are definitely some people that kind of like have the theme that they're from a... Maybe I should say like a digital... Yeah. I've seen more people who are like from like the internet or digital worlds, so... Heaven... Maybe like... Yeah. That's a bit more generic than specifically heaven and hell. I think Astral Plane is one that I've seen. Yeah, so that... Yeah. Yeah, I think those are both probably good as they are. Because yeah, that's definitely a theme that a lot of people have. Depending on how specific I get and like how many different regions I can get, it might make sense to take our world out entirely, but I'm gonna leave it there for now as like a general thing. But I do think those should be specific and on their own. I think that's good for now on those. I don't need this anymore because I fixed that. Hello, Felpie. Welcome. I unfortunately, let me Google Translate what you have said because I cannot read it. I'm sorry. Ah, welcome, Pietra. I have Google Translated. Welcome. I wonder, I think you can get like an auto translation app. I should do that. Good evening. Thank you for coming. Although I'll be wrapping up pretty soon. What else can I put in here is the thing. I feel like there's a bunch of stuff that I could use. My brain just doesn't want to come up with it right now. I guess I can move on to physical. I think that's the basic format that I'm gonna use for the, like, hair and eye color. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think a little bit about that too. Especially because this is one of the things that can get the most repetitive, is just like hair and eye color if it's the same and everything. So I'll have to think about how I want to do that. But something like that, probably. Yeah, I'll definitely put clothing in there too. Yeah, clothing and maybe like body type too. If I can think of good ways to describe it, and like height, whether they're short or tall or average. I could maybe put in some specific heights too. Maybe. But that would be a lot of different things to code in, so I might just stick with short or tall. While I'm thinking about that. I think that pretty much covers about everything as far as height goes. Clothing is an interesting one too, because you can get really detailed with that. Or you can keep it more like... I think it would be fun to be more specific with the like accessories and stuff, because I think that's a thing that a lot of VTubers is very important to their design. Like in my case, my shirt is very important to my design, and my thigh highs that you can't see right now, but... And of course glasses. Glasses VTubers are in their own class, if I do say so myself. So I think I want to get specific with that. Oh, I will... Here, let me show you my full model real quick. Hold on. I might have to, like... change, actually, rather than doing this... and messing up the whole thing, let me add my full screen overlay. I'm trying to put my full screen one on here, but for some reason it's not showing up on my preview. Yes, I am doing some coding. I'm trying to show my full model right now, but it's kind of difficult to... I don't want to mess up my Okay, I can't get it to show the full screen right now, but thank you. Yeah, Maxie had wanted to see my full model. But now let's go back to normal. Oh, I still have my cursor turned on VC Face. We don't need the cursor. But thank you, and welcome, Malaku. Actually, I have a position set up here for a reason. There we go. That's how it should be. Yep, sleepy is my whole character theme, so... But yeah, I am working on coding a random VTuber text generator is what I'm doing right now. I'm not doing a lot of the actual coding bits yet. It's mostly right now just working out what should be in the actual result. So that's height. Yeah, clothes is really like a whole thing. Clothes and accessories. So I should probably do it like similar to this and just make a few different formats that it could be. Let's see. And then do I could split that up further too, but for basic setup, that should be fine. I could do this a few different ways, like yeah, like, that's a real, like, I think I should probably, rather than doing all of that in this one, I should set up different, like, ways for the clothes to output and then break that down further. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So oh, and I could also do like a style. And that'll be a lot easier to figure out because it's just gonna be like, so like military, pajama. Hello, Ayato, welcome. Thanks for coming. Gothic Lolita. Actually, so that it's not weighted too heavily towards Lolita. I think that might actually have to come before that. I might have to rearrange these a little bit to make it run. I'm forgetting my... Definitely glasses, but other than glasses, that's a good question. I like, really like hair ribbons. I would like to make some other costumes for myself eventually, and if I do, I will definitely have like a big ol' hair bow, probably. Or maybe two for my horns. What else do I like? I like chokers a lot. Chokers are really cute. Oh, you're from Brazil, Ayato? I have quite a few viewers from Brazil. I don't know if YouTube is maybe really popular there or something, but I've had quite a few folks come in from Brazil. I want to learn Portuguese so I can talk to y'all. Because not all of my Brazil viewers speak English. Only some of them do. Also, I just think Portuguese is a cool language. Yeah, so probably I will do like I want to do like a Lolita outfit with a big ol' ribbon and a choker, probably. I really like Gothic Lolita and Classic Lolita. That does not have a K in it. Oh, okay. I see. Translator apps are very useful. Very, very helpful. Trying to think of other major types of Lolita that are like actually still popular. Oh yes, a pillow would be really good, like a good prop to have. I wonder if that's something that my artist could do. Maybe. Good night, Ayato. Thank you for coming. Have a good night. Actually, I should probably wrap up pretty soon anyway, because it's been 2 hours. I'll just flesh out the style a little bit more. Punk. And just regular Gothic. Or goth, really. Victorian. Traditional. So I don't know if I want to put like kimono and stuff in here or not. Maybe. Yeah, I'll just think on this for a few more minutes and then I'll wrap the stream up. I'll have to think about like I'm not going to put any specific like eras or nationalities in here yet because I have to think about how I want to do that. However, yeah, so that's what I'm thinking about. I'll have to think about that a little bit, the best way to do that. Because also, like, I can't include everybody if I do it that way. Like, I can't include every country, so I might just leave it out. I don't know. Also, pajama is not an adjective, so it's not really going to work, but I'll figure that out later. That's just a placeholder for me to come back to that. To figure out a pajama adjective. Actually, yeah, some of these are nouns and some of these are adjectives, so I'm gonna have to figure that out at some point. They can't be both. If I, in order to set it up so that the syntax works, it has to be one or the other. But I'll figure that out later. This is just ideas. Yeah, if I make them all nouns, then sleepwear is a good one. Or I could just leave it pajama. Actually, yeah, let me make them all nouns. It'd be like military uniform, punk style, pajamas. Or I could change that to sleepwear either way. I don't know, because some of this is going to overlap a little bit with the profession, because usually like a nurse VTuber would be in a nurse uniform, but... Lots of questions, many question mark. Question mark is a good punctuation mark. So, man, there's a lot of things that I gotta think about for this one that I didn't initially consider. I'll come back to that another day, maybe. I might work on this off stream, or I might stream more of it another day. I don't know. A sport mascot nurse. They should have like the mascot head too. Like the whole mascot suit. But yeah, I'll have to think about this one. 'Cause, again, I think like outfit is a really important, and hair too, honestly. They're really important parts of a VTuber's character, so I should put lots of detail in them. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out with me. I think I'm gonna wrap the stream up now, but I had a good time chatting with everybody and getting this generator started. It's gonna be really fun when it's done, I think. So, thank y'all for helping me out and hanging out. Sweet dreams, everybody. Thanks, you too. Have a good night, everyone. Sweet dreams.